Oh, snap. Live on YouTube, live on Rumble, live on TikTok. Don, thank you. Y'all, welcome in. My name's Patrick. Hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button if you're on YouTube, hit the thumbs up button on YouTube and Rumble. Tap the screen on if you like true crime. My name's Patrick. Welcome in. We're going to be talking about Chad Daybell tonight because apparently this week was pretty crazy too. And it says horrifying new red rum, sorry, TikTok, details in the Chad Daybell trial. So this dude is crazy as hell. Julie, thank you. Renee, thank you. Gracie, thank you. So let's go ahead and jump in on this one, y'all. Tap the screen like crazy. Hit the thumbs up. Do all the things. I'm going to shrink myself down on YouTube and Rumble. And let's start this one, y'all. Let's go.
Weeks and months following the death of Charles Vallow, we received information that Charles was possibly killed by Alex because he was a dark spirit or a zombie.
Oh, man.
No
not that dark spirit zombie shit. At least he didn't say that he's going to fold him up into a taco and lock him in a box in Antarctica.
Shortage of horrifying moments in Chad Daybell's murder trial, from human remains to warped beliefs to
Julie, thanks for the bears. Y'all, thanks for all the love on TikTok. Let's hit that little goal.
Attempted shootings. We're going to get into it. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law&Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. I want to be very clear about something. This Chad Daybell trial that we've been covering out of Idaho is very important. I will also tell you it is fascinating, but I won't sugarcoat this. It is not easy. It is not easy to hear what happened. It is not easy to report on the details that we are hearing from these witnesses, and I can only imagine.
Nope, it is crazy as hell. Y'all remember because we did the Lori Vallow case. We listened to every word of that trial because remember they didn't broadcast it, so we had to wait till the end of the day for them to upload the audio, and then we were listening to the audio all night long, literally all night long. And it was hard back then. The ones, man, it was those forensic pathologists. Those were the ones that were the hardest because they were describing exactly how Tylee and JJ were found. And it was tough. And it took a lot of this kind of stuff to get through it. Y'all, you got to know what's in here. Maybe with those bears, I'll give you the secrets.
How difficult it must be for that jury to hear these absolutely horrifying details. Because we are talking about the brutal deaths of 3 people as part of this purported Doomsday cult duo of Chad Daybell and his wife, co-defendant, Vallow Daybell. Lori was convicted and sentenced to life in prison for her role in the murders of her 2 children, 7-year-old Joshua J.J. Vallow and 16-year-old Tylee Ryan, whose bodies were found on Chad's property, but as well as Chad.
Serenity, good to see you. Ring my bell, ring my bell. Thanks for ringing the subscriber bell, supporting the channel. Welcome back. Great to see you.
Chad's first wife, 49-year-old Tammy Daybell, who died in the Daybell family home. After her body was exhumed, it was determined by authorities that she died from homicidal asphyxiation. Well, now we have the trial of Chad Daybell, this religious author who wrote about end of days and dark spirits. In fact, prosecutors have presented.
Religious author?
What the fuck?
That's, yeah, okay.
Evidence that show Lori and Chad seem to use religion as a motivation to kill. They also say that they were having an affair, and after killing these 3 people, they looked to benefit financially through insurance and Social Security payouts. And what we want to do right now for this episode is we want to explore some of the most horrifying moments in this case, because at times it is almost too shocking to even believe what we're talking about. Unfortunately,
amen.
The most appropriate place to start when we talk about horrifying moments is the discovery of the kids' bodies. Their decomposed bodies on Chad Daybell's property. June 9th.
Yeah. These people go burn in hell. Burn in. I can't believe his kids believe he's innocent. Right, Corey? Right? That's crazy as hell. They're like, oh, no, it was all her. You didn't have anything to do with this, did you, Dad? And we're all sitting back like,
That's suspicious. That's weird.
yeah. Crazy as hell. Y'all do me a favor, tap the screen like crazy. 25,000 likes over here on TikTok. We're going to get it. Hit the follow button if you're new here. Hit me with those little bear things because we're trying to get 500, y'all. We got 163. Let's go. YouTube and Rumble, make sure you hit the like button, and let's keep on going. Subscribe. Do all the things as well. Let's keep going.
2020. This is when law enforcement discovered their remains. Tylee found near a fire pit. JJ found near a pond. Here we have Detective Ray Hermosillo from the Rexburg Police Department first talking about Tylee, whose body was burnt.
So what you're looking at on this blue tarp is burnt flesh still attached to some bone.
Oh,
Upper left.
CC, yep. Hope he rots. 100%. Pam, on Rumble, you can see the video. On TikTok, it's just you get the still image, but on YouTube and Rumble, you get to see the video. So if you want to come and watch the video with us, a lot of people put YouTube or Rumble on their TV, and then they type in the chat on TikTok. I'm not saying that's the perfect way to do it, but it's kind of the perfect way to do it. Put YouTube on your TV, the Mystery Project, and put TikTok on your phone chatting away. So y'all just search the Mystery Project on YouTube and Rumble. Go subscribe and go follow.
Part of that section that you're looking at is part of the hip bone that still has burnt flesh attached to it, and
Jesus Christ.
dirt and
Can you imagine being on the jury and seeing those pictures? How unbelievably tragic it would be.
just fatty burn tissue.
Oh my God. And shout out to Dolores. Thank you for getting the Off the Grid Friday started. That's the first one. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Getting Off the Grid going.
And that's part of a human skull just to the right of the green bucket. There were teeth there in the dirt as well. So these were part of Tylee that kind of broke apart when we tried to lift it out of the ground.
Oh.
There's pieces of charred bone. There's parts of a skull on the bottom left, covered in dirt, and they're still burnt, rotting flesh still attached to the bone.
I know. It is horrifying. I don't have another word to describe this, but it is absolutely horrifying to hear these details. But from a legal point of view, from a prosecutorial point of view, it is very important the jury hears this. It's important that the jury understand what happened here exactly, because the prosecution needs to explain each of these details to prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt, including that 2 people died.
Auntie Bree, good to see you.
That's what you have to prove in order to get to first-degree murder. And the burning aspect is particularly important because Chad was allegedly looking up wind directions at the time.
Yep.
That goes to the idea that Chad knew and was a part of the killing and disposal of the kids' remains.
Or at least was burning. Wendy, thank you for the bears. Y'all hit me with the bears. Let's get that. I'm trying to get 500. It's what's it called? Something Friday. But it is Off the Grid Friday, y'all. So go support the show Off the Grid. We got one so far.
You couple that with this bizarre text that he sends Tammy on September 9th, the day that we believe Tylee was buried. He texts Tammy that he was burning limb debris in the yard, that he saw a raccoon and had to kill and bury it in the family pet cemetery. That has always been thought to be.
You know what? Whenever we heard that, y'all, you know what everybody thought? We all thought the same thing. You ready? This is exactly what we all thought.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
You saw a raccoon and you were burning sticks.
A way that Chad was trying to cover up the actual burning and burial of Tylee's body. And then we heard about JJ.
Dr. Warren pointed out some bruising on his arms, on his ankles, on his chest. He also pointed out some scratch marks on the left side of his neck. Just
Jeez,
kind of
yeah.
duct tape.
Y'all remember that? They actually believed that that was him trying to take the tape and the bag off of his head. The anger is returning to me. The anger is flowing through my veins right now. I just, you know, you get that like I feel like I just got in a sauna, just like heat. I'm probably getting flushed right now, y'all. Oh, still got my golfer stand though. Crazy. So tragic.
I observed a small child with duct tape on his head from his chin to his forehead area, tightly wrapped around his head. He had red pajama pants on, red pajama shirt. He had his arms folded this way across his body. And there was duct tape from elbow all the way around to his other elbow. He had his ankles also bound with duct tape.
End him.
He was
In Chad Daybell. Right there. Let the jury convict him right
still
there.
wearing his nighttime pull-up diaper. He had black socks with the word Skechers in orange. I could tell that he was going through various states of decomposition based on his skin color.
You know
Jesus.
what gets me?
Miranda, thank you. Katie, thank you. Y'all, thanks for the Bears. Thank you for that. Every time we hit those goals, TikTok just spreads the stream out more, so I appreciate that. And shout out to Dawn. Off the Grid, number 2. Off the Grid Fridays, y'all.
Get out of my attic.
Thank you for the love. Thanks for the support directly. Not paying the AI robot people. Check out thehauntedSide.com, y'all. ThehauntedSide.com. You can find ways to support the channel directly if you want to. You guys, keep in mind, you don't have to. You do not have to. Come in, hang out. The shows, the live streams, they are always going to be free. Let's keep going.
Me, when I listen to that, it's the innocence. That's really what's hard for me. It's just so unbelievably sad to think about JJ's final moments and how he was found and to hear how he died. These 2 innocent young children. They didn't deserve this. And this always gets me too.
Not at all.
The last time 2 key witnesses saw JJ alive, right before prosecutors say he was murdered. The night of September 22nd, Lori's former friend, Melanie Gibb, and her husband, David Warwick, they were at Lori's house to do a podcast. Take a listen.
What was happening the last time you saw him, if you remember?
I was in the house, Lori's house, and I was doing a recording with Lori and David, and Alex walked in the door holding JJ on his shoulder and was taking him to bed. He had fallen asleep.
And did you see where Alex put JJ to bed?
No,
Do you know which room JJ normally slept in?
he often slept with his mom in the corner of her room. There was a little spot that she would put a bed in there for him, but he also had his own bedroom too.
Did he sleep in his bedroom that night?
No,
And how do you know that?
because I was in that bedroom.
So is it your understanding JJ was put to bed in Lori's room that night?
Yes.
When you got up the next morning, did you have any more interactions with Lori?
Yes, I came downstairs getting ready to leave for Pocatello. So I just went to say goodbye to Lori and JJ. And Lori was in the kitchen and she was a little dramatic. And I just said, well, we're leaving. I'd like to say goodbye to JJ. And she said, oh, he was out of control.
Oh, God. Remember this? And he said he climbed up the refrigerator or something like that. Ugh. CC, yeah, I agree. Angie, thank you for all the Bears. Thank you for that, y'all. Let's hit that goal so TikTok will keep spreading the word about the stream. We're about halfway there.
And I had to have Alex come and get him. She just seemed really talking fast and nervous. Just kind of, when I meant dramatic, she explained that he climbed up on the cabinets in the fridge and got on top of the upper cabinets.
Did that seem accurate to you, her account of what had happened with JJ climbing on the cabinets?
No,
Why not?
because I didn't see any broken parts on the cabinet. I didn't see any scuffs on the fridge. She said that he was having a possession attack. And so I said, well, I'd really like to see him. And she said, no, Alex has got him and he's taking care of him.
Yes.
Jesus. Sick. J-Mal, thank you. CC, thank you. Angie, thank you.
Melanie also testified that Lori told her JJ was possessed. We'll play that in a little bit.
Mm-hmm. You're going to burn in hell for that one.
Feeds into this narrative put forward by the prosecution that this warped religious belief system was used as a justification or motivation to kill. Are we shocked Lori was ultimately convicted after hearing things like this? But keeping up with Melanie.
No.
You know what's
we weren't shocked at all. Remember that, y'all? When they read out, we were watching the verdict read live. Guilty. I'll never forget it because one of y'all we were watching it live on TikTok and somebody sent like the big firework. So the whole screen went up in fireworks right whenever they said that.
Another moment, almost incomprehensible. Apparently, Lori told Melanie to lie to police about having JJ. This is when he went missing and we didn't know what happened.
They were looking for him.
And we really got into this during a disturbing recorded phone call between Melanie and Chad and Lori.
Hi, Chad. Hey, Lori. Hi.
Hey, let me put on speaker.
Oh, okay. How are you guys?
Okay. How are you doing, babe?
I'm doing pretty good, thanks. I was wondering, where are you guys?
We're just hanging out.
Hanging out? Are you in Idaho?
We're in Idaho.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to ask you a question, if you don't mind, Lori.
Yeah,
I want to know, you remember we talked about JJ going to Kay's house and you told me they went there and now he's not there? I was wondering what happened.
Well,
God, that silence.
How dare you?
Oh, this lady pisses me off. What the fuck? So mad. Oh, Jamie, I saw what you did there. You went over to the haunted side during the marathon and did a super chat. Thank you for that. Jamie, I see that over there. Hey, that counts too. That counts too. Thank you. Lori Vallow pisses me off to no end, y'all. She's like, well, and then doesn't she say something about, well, I think this is, are you recording this for the police? Mm-hmm.
I had to move him.
I need some more. Y'all, did we hit the bears? Because I want to tell you what's in this. Because it's delicious. TikTok, tap the screen like crazy. Hit the follow button if you're new here and hit me with some high bear action.
Somewhere else because of her actions. So
Was she doing something? Like, was she trying to come get him or something? Or like trying to kidnap him?
well, she said that lots of times before, but
Okay. When I asked Chad the other day, I was like, hey, where is JJ? And he said, for my security, he didn't want me to know. So
Yeah, remember that? Pissing me off with that too. Pearl, thank you. Carrie? Is it Carrie? It's got to be Carrie, right? Carrie, thank you. And Dawn, thank you. Damn, you guys are sweet as pie. Pearl, again, thank you.
is there a reason I should be in danger to know where he is?
Yeah, good question.
no, it's nobody. It's his danger. It's the danger that there's people after me.
Okay.
So
If you knew, that puts you in a danger.
Well, just in a bad position.
Bad position.
Everybody, if they don't know anything, then they don't have to say they know.
Right. So you're just worried. Okay.
Yeah, you sound crazy as hell right there. Nope. If I was that lady, I'm being like, nah, this is bullshit. What?
That's suspicious. That's weird.
I'm just to keep him protected and
Keep you protected.
and keep everybody else.
I appreciate that. Well, I was wondering why you told the police why he was with me.
I just needed to have somebody so I wouldn't have to tell them where he really was because they were going to tell.
Man, you sound crazy as hell, lady.
Okay, we're kids.
I needed to lie because I don't want them to know where he really was, but you just said he was safe. If he's safe, then tell him where he really is because at least they'll know he's safe. Oh, that's right. He's not safe. Neither one of them are safe. At that point, they're already gone. You sickos, man. This case is one of those ones that just pisses me off.
Is JJ safe?
He is safe and happy.
And I believe that you have been very deceived by
Yeah.
Satan. I believe that he has tricked you.
You know me, Mel. You know me. This does not sound like you. This sounds like you've been influenced by somebody dark.
I just want to testify that I know Tammy does. The conspiracy theories, my sister-in-law's right behind it all, and I hope that you're not being influenced by that dark team.
And look, we know Lori was convicted, and we know what prosecutors are asserting against Chad. So the idea that they're just like, oh, don't worry about JJ, when they conceivably know he's dead and buried in Chad's backyard.
Yup.
Again, how
Isabella, yep, volcano.
horrifying is that? How horrifying that Melanie Gibb was allegedly asked to lie. And you know what? Even more so, she actually did it. Yeah, that was a point that was
I do remember that.
cross-examined about by Chad's attorney, John Pryor, that Melanie Gibb wasn't honest with police.
And then was it that day or was it the next day that the police officers called you?
It was the same day.
Okay. And at that point, you told them that you had JJ Vallow, didn't you?
Not initially, but by the end of the day, yes.
Okay. You basically told them during that day that you had possession of JJ Vallow. Is that right?
I said I had him and then I didn't have him.
Well, no,
That's
we're
the
going to
words
go
I
one at a
used.
time. ma'am.
Yeah, what the hell? Morgan, yeah, exactly. Who says testify in a normal conversation? Exactly.
Okay.
Wendy, thanks for the bears. Y'all keep going. We got about 100 left.
At the first opportunity to have discussion with the police and discuss where JJ Vallow was, you told them you had JJ Vallow.
Correct.
And then at some point subsequent.
Shout out to Carol's dark sarcasm. I see you over on the haunted side as well, sending a super chat. RIP Tylee and JJ, 100%. Thank you for the love. And 100%, rest in peace. This is
to that point.
So sad.
You decided to tell the police, well, I lied about this because I was having an emotional issue with how to deal with this, correct?
Yes.
It's just crazy.
For lack of a better word, Jesse, yes. Dawn, thank you.
Moving on from there, let's talk now about the other victim in this case, Tammy Daybell. We know that Tammy Daybell died on October 19th, 2019. But just 10 days earlier, something very, very chilling happened. Someone seemingly tried to shoot her. Listen to this 911 phone call from Tammy.
Fremont County Sheriff's Office. Hi, I need to report something. Okay, go ahead. What's the address? Okay, at 202 North, 1900 East. The corner with the blinking yellow light on Salem Highway. Is it a suspicious person? Yes. Okay, what was he wearing?
Pearl, thank you.
He was all,
Amanda, thank you.
All dressed in black, and he had a ski mask on. And he said the blinking light now is where you saw him? No, he's gone now, because I pulled up into our driveway, and I was getting stuff out of the back seat of my car, and suddenly he was there, and he had a paintball gun, and he was and like he was going to shoot at me. And I kept asking him what he was doing because I could tell it was a paintball thing. Okay. And then he just kept doing it, so I yelled for my husband, and then he took off running around the back of my house. So he was on the north side of my house is where he went to get away. Okay. He didn't say anything, or he just kept like he was holding the gun like he was, had a rifle and
Pearl, thank you. Yo, 12 left.
Shooting at me, so. But nothing came out of the gun either, so I don't think it was loaded. Okay, and what is your name? My name is Tammy Daybell.
It is so chilling hearing her voice right before she died. And the prosecution presented evidence that Alex Cox was that person, that he was this attempted shooter, that Cox had visited a gun range under a fake name multiple times between October 7th and October 15th. That's what prosecution's evidence suggested. Remember, this shooting event happened on October 9th, and she died on October 19th. And the day before this event, Cox allegedly Googled shooting drop. The days after this event, he searched for AR rifle components, how a rifle responds in cold weather, and I think it was 26 degrees that day. Even he searched for ghillie suits and whether a gun would pierce through a Dodge Dakota. That was the car that Tammy was reportedly driving.
Yep.
And you might be saying, how come Alex Cox hasn't been arrested in all this? Because not only has he been implicated,
because he's no longer alive
in this event, he's also believed to be the person who killed the kids. Well, Alex Cox is dead. He died from a blood clot. Some people have been suspicious of that, but by all accounts, he died from a blood clot. But moving on, let's stick with Tammy Daybell for a second, because you want to talk horrifying. As I mentioned, she dies only days after this event. And that brings me to the testimony of Brenda Dye, the Fremont County coroner, who initially determined that Tammy Daybell died of natural causes.
Yep, and then it changed. Y'all, by the way, it's this much Bacardi lime and then this much of the bubbly cherry limeade. So it's like a cherry limeade burst thing or something. So it's like cherry limeade Bacardi. It's a Bacardi limeade. Bacardi cherry limeade. It's freaking delicious. Shout out to y'all.
Now, she testified that originally she believed Tammy died from a pulmonary edema. This was due to a cardiac event. This was based on Chad's statements that Tammy had low blood pressure, that she had been fainting, that she had shaking fits, how he saw her on the bed. However, as you will see, Brenda Dye had a total change of opinion when it came to the untimely death of Tammy Daybell.
Now, have you recently made any amendments to the death certificate?
Yes.
And what have you done with that?
The manner of death was changed to homicide. The cause of death was changed to asphyxiation by suffocation.
Can you explain to the jury, why did you make that change?
Tammy's body was exhumed, and a medical examiner from Utah autopsied her body.
Did you attend that autopsy?
Yes.
Were you present for the beginning to end of the autopsy?
Yes.
I didn't realize autopsy was also a verb. Like you can attend an autopsy, which is a noun, right? But I didn't realize a person was autopsied. Did that make sense, y'all? Or did everybody know that? Maybe it's the Bacardi talking. Y'all, by the way, TikTok, keep tapping the screen. Let's get 25,000 likes. Hit the follow button if you're new here. And y'all, we hit the bears. Let's hit the tiny dinies. Let's get 500 of them. It is Freaky Friday, y'all. Come on in. And it's Off the Grid Friday. Shout out to Dawn and Dolores. Thank you for the Off the Grid love. Y'all, click the link in the bio or just go to thehauntedSide.com. You can find ways to support the show directly. Get some merch, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. All that stuff is there if you want to support the show directly. I appreciate it. It's Friday. We're trying to get 10 off the grids, y'all. We got 2 so far. Let's do it.
As you were there, were you standing there with the ME performing the autopsy?
Yes. As they were dissecting the bruise, it was a very deep bruise on her arm. It didn't make sense that she had thrown up the night before because she still had stomach contents.
I pause you, please.
Yes.
Explain that to the jury, please.
So her stomach was full of food. If she threw up, there wouldn't be food in her stomach during the autopsy.
So that did not match.
Right? That's a little bit weird. Right? Right, Cardi?
That's suspicious. That's weird.
That's what I'm saying. By the way, TikTok, if you want to watch these videos, because you can actually see the video on YouTube and Rumble, just search The Mystery Project. So come on over, put The Mystery Project up on your TV, and then stay in the TikTok chat on your phone so you can chat and talk and everything. The Mystery Project, y'all. Come subscribe. We got 27 people watching on YouTube, and we've got 153 people watching on Rumble. Y'all hit those thumbs up button on YouTube and Rumble too. All right, let's keep going.
Chad's account that Tammy threw up. Her organs were in good shape except her lungs, and she said there shouldn't have been foam in the lungs. And if you believe the prosecution, this is a woman that he had been married to since 1990, had 5 children with, murders her, and then 2 weeks later, he marries Lori in Hawaii. Yeah, there are pictures of them happy.
That's crazy, y'all. That's 1990. So they got married, and then 6 years later, Limp Bizkit dropped their first album. Put that into perspective, y'all. $3 bill, y'all. 1996 or 97. It might have been 97. 6 or 7 years later. And all this to 2019. That's crazy as hell.
Frolicking on the beach. Again, horrifying to think about this death. Now, Chad's attorney, John Pryor, has been focusing on issues with Tammy's health to suggest that she wasn't murdered, but that she died from a natural cause, how she had possibly been suffering from various ailments, that she wasn't feeling well weeks before her death, that the bruises on her body might actually be old bruises. In other words, her death was natural. I will say this, again, she just happens to die right at that moment of a disease. Awfully convenient that she dies right after someone seemingly tries to shoot her the month after the kids are killed. And again,
yeah, and they're already got wedding dress, his little stupid looking linen outfit, malachite wedding rings, or whatever the hell that shit is. Yeah. Okay. You what? You crazy as hell, y'all. That is crazy as hell. It was all a coincidence. Oh, really? We have a song for you, Chad. It goes like this.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
That's what we got to say for that.
2 weeks before Chad and Lori jet off to Hawaii to get married. Suspicious? I think so. But here's something
very
we
much
never knew before. Something completely new. We did not know it before this trial, and it is interesting.
Oh, shit. Here we go. Y'all hit me with the tiny dinies. Let's get 500 of them. It's off the grid Friday, Freaky Friday, and we're about to find out something we didn't even know. Something we didn't even know. Y'all hit the follow button if you're new on TikTok too. And 25,000 likes. We hit it. Let's get 50,000 now. Don, Jennifer, Angie, thank you.
Say the least. Some might even say disturbing. According to a detective from Fremont County Sheriff's Office, after reviewing emails and chats, he concluded that Tammy might have also been involved in these extreme religious beliefs.
What?
While looking over...
Jesus, Mary and Joseph, you got loud as hell, sir. Hang on. Good thing I paused that. Y'all, Rumble and YouTube, the volume on the video that we're watching is all messed up. So if it gets really loud right now, I apologize.
The chats, there are several that lead me to believe Tammy, along with Mark, Emma, Garth, Seth, and Leah, have knowledge of the belief in light and dark people that Chad talked about.
Oh, shit. So the kids know about the dark people, too? The light and dark and folding people up into tacos and locking them in Antarctica?
And believed.
Okay. We go down to the next one, and it starts with on another chat. Chad said, Mom and I taught 12-year-old Sunday school yesterday. Canyon Scott's actions confirmed.
They were teaching Sunday school? Jesus. Nope.
He is 4.2 dark. You see that?
Yes.
Do you have any knowledge as to whether Canyon Scott is dead or has been murdered, or any investigation into that kind of a matter?
I have no knowledge of that.
Wow. Now, John Pryor, Daybell's defense attorney, seems to be trying to show that, hey, the whole family believed in all this stuff. Nothing outrageous, nothing nefarious here.
How dare you?
Nothing nefarious? Believing that people were dark beings and that you had the authority to end them? Man, you crazy as hell.
But it is shocking that Tammy and the kids seem to believe in light and dark. And in a way, it is a bit troubling when we put it into the context of the prosecution's argument that Lori and Chad used these beliefs to kill. I do wonder, since we believe that Chad and Tammy's kids are going to testify in this case, if they believe that her death was from natural causes and that perhaps this light, dark belief system played a factor and that their father did not murder their mother. I don't know. We'll wait and see. Now, moving on, one of the most chilling aspects of this entire case is where prosecutors show that Chad predicted Tammy was going to die. And I want to call out one text in particular that is, again, very eerie, a text between Chad and Lori.
He follows up with a narrative or sentiment that he believes or feels that he's a grown-up version of Harry Potter who has to live with the Dudleys.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is the cringiest part of this whole damn thing. Patrick, can you do Why You Lying shirt? Yes, Jamie, that's a wonderful idea. Y'all, wonderful idea. Hit me with some tiny dinies, hit the follow button, and keep tapping the screen, y'all. 50,000 likes. Let's get it. We got to get
in
it.
a little space under the stairs. And then every few weeks he gets to escape and have amazing adventures with his goddess lover.
Yeah, his ex-goddess.
The part that to me is most significant is the final sentiment where he says, then I have to return to my place under the stairs, feeling trapped. But I sense permanent freedom is coming, exclamation point.
I sense permanent freedom is coming soon.
You sensed wrong, loser. You sensed wrong. You're going to be living under the stairs. You're going to be living in a concrete box. And then hell. You got hell to look forward to.
This is a few months before Tammy dies. And by the way, only a few days after Charles Vallow died. This is Lori's husband, who she had been cheating.
The fourth husband, y'all.
On with Chad. He's killed by Alex Cox, Lori's brother, her protector, as prosecutors have suggested. Alex shot Charles Vallow to death. Shot him. But at the time, initially, it was claimed this was self-defense. Now, investigators say not so much because Arizona prosecutors have charged Lori Vallow Daybell with conspiracy to commit the murder of Charles Vallow. She has yet to go to trial on that one. Okay, moving on, let's talk about something else. How the court has allowed the prosecution to present evidence of other acts and other events, things that Chad is not charged with, but to show almost a pattern here of the couple, that pattern to get rid of people that were in their way. And that brings me to Brandon Boudreaux. This is the ex-husband of Lori's niece, Melanie Pawlowski. And he testified that his relationship with Lori was strained when she started getting deeper and deeper into these extreme religious beliefs and allegedly tried to get his wife to follow suit. So he and Melanie end up deciding to get divorced. And
then somebody takes a shot at him. You can't make that shit up. Amy J. Thank you for the galaxy. Get out of my attic. That's an off the grid galaxy, y'all. That's 3. We're trying to get to 10. Thanks for the love. The love on the PayPal. Thank you so much. Thanks for getting me coffees and just the support, y'all. I can't do it without you. Seriously. Can't do it without you. And I don't want to.
And you fast.
I never want to. I love you guys so much. Let's keep going, shall we?
Fast forward to October 2nd, 2019. Again, the same month that Tammy dies, the month after the kids are killed. And that is when he comes home and someone tries to shoot him.
There was a Jeep.
Yeah.
Jeep parked right on the edge of it, where I would normally turn in, and there was nothing parked there usually. I'd only been there for a few days, but so far it was always there was this van there, and the Jeep was parked with its bumper basically on the van, and it just looked at that place. It had a Texas license plate. There was no tire on the back of the Jeep, and you know how when you open and close a Jeep, there's little tabs on the window. Those were sitting on the outside of it. So it just looked awkward, just was awkward enough.
Did you notice anybody inside of it?
I couldn't tell if there was anybody inside of it. This all happened in such, imagine coming around a corner, driving a couple house lengths. So it all happened very quickly. And then the window opened up and I saw a gun and a silencer. And I would just, I mean, my window shattered. I heard a bang, you know, all kind of in the same amount of time. And my immediate thought was just, I'm getting shot at. And I, instead of turning my wheel and into my driveway, I just pushed the gas and drove straight forward.
Jesus.
What happened after that?
I drove to where my street ended, and there was a turn, and kind of as I came up to that part, I remember grabbing my phone, calling 911.
So
Yeah. Lordy, thank you, Carrie. Thank you for the tiny dinies, y'all. Trying to get 500 of those things.
weird that happens, what, days before this attempted shooting on Tammy too? And you want to know what's
Yeah.
even more chilling about this? He had just moved to that place because of the divorce. So only Melanie Pulowski
There's only a handful of people that knew where he was.
knew his address. And he also explained that Charles Vallow, the deceased former husband of Lori, who again was killed by Alex Cox, he said Charles had purchased for Tylee a Jeep with a Texas license plate. So I think there's an argument here that Alex Cox is ultimately the attempted shooter here as well. Now, when I talk about horrifying moments in the trial of Chad Daybell, I always come back to the extreme beliefs component of this case, that Lori and Chad allegedly used religion as a justification to kill. That
Didn't Chad say that he dated Jesus or some shit too? Or like Lori was like married to Jesus or something like that? Y'all remember that? This shit gets crazy as hell. Chad's over there like, yo, Jesus was my homeboy. Lori was married to him. You know? No big deal there. What? Dude, like, what the fuck? Man, you crazy as hell for even saying something like that.
that has always been the theme in both of these trials. And that idea was quite prevalent when hearing about the death of Lori's former husband, Charles Vallow. Again, he was killed in July of 2019 by Alex Cox, Lori's brother, out in Arizona. Well, here is Detective Nathan Duncan from the Chandler Police Department. He investigated the shooting death of Charles Vallow and talking about certain text messages regarding Ned. That apparently was the...
Oh, yeah, that's Charles Vallow's alias. Carrie, thank you so much. Y'all are so sweet. Let's get it. Come on, we're almost halfway there.
demon living inside of Charles.
The following messages were seen between Lori Vallow and Alex Cox. On 3/9/2019 at 11:27 hours, Lori sent Alex a text that says, apparently it is tied to Ned being gone. There's an emoji in there, but the emoji is not included. Hopefully today or tomorrow. On 3/10/2019 at 8:41 in the morning, Alex sent Lori a message. Love you too. Have fun and get rid of Ned already. So in the weeks
Get rid of Ned already? You go burn in hell for that one too?
and months following the death of Charles Vallow, we received information that Charles was possibly killed by Alex because he was a dark spirit or a zombie. The name Ned is a name that even Charles would tell people that Lori was referring to him as. So the name Ned is the dark spirit's name that was given to Charles Vallow.
Just imagine being Charles Vallow and your wife starts being like, what are you doing, Ned? And just acting crazy as hell. Y'all, that video of Charles talking to the cop when he's like, when his truck got stolen or whatever, is still like, it's upsetting because you're like, Jesus Christ, like, believe this man. Like, why would he has no reason to make any of that up. You know what I mean? Like, why? It's crazy. And wasn't that long after that he ended up being taken out. Poor guy.
And
wrapped up with the wrong crazy one.
We heard this more from Melanie Gibb, Lori's former friend who took the stand.
Y'all, I know there's a lot of rumors about Melanie Gibb. What do y'all think? Thumbs up if you think that there's something more there and that she knows a lot more than what she's saying. Thumbs down if you think she's just caught up in all this. Because I've seen a lot of people going, Melanie.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
Let me know. Thumbs up. You think there's something there? Thumbs down. No, she's good.
Talking not just about Charles, but also, as I mentioned earlier, JJ.
At some point, did she talk to you more about what it meant if the evil spirit came in, like where the actual
That's what I thought, y'all. A lot of thumbs up.
person went?
So when a dark spirit would take over, the original spirit of the person would go into the spirit world.
And that's what she originally told you.
That's right.
And did she tell you she received that information from Chad?
Yes.
Was there a way to do something to help that person?
She would try to.
Man, I'd be calling the police so fast. People sit down like, a dark spirit has overwhelmed their soul, and their soul is now risen to the after. What? No, hell no. I ain't trying to deal with your ass. Bye. No, thank you. Sarah, thanks for the tiny dinies, though. Yo, tiny dining me up. It's Friday. Let's go. Let's hit that goal. Keep tapping the screen, too, y'all. Let's get 50,000 likes over on the TikTok. Plus, TikTok, if you want to come watch these videos, we're live on YouTube and Rumble under the Mystery Project, y'all. So come search the Mystery Project on YouTube, subscribe, watch the video with us. You get to see the video. Same thing. If you want to follow the Rumble page, search the Mystery Project. Come on over. We got 36 people watching on YouTube, and we got 190 people watching on Rumble. And YouTube and Rumble, hit the thumbs up. Rumble, close the chat, hit the thumbs up. YouTube, just hit the chat or hit the thumbs up. And let's keep going. But y'all, TikTok, tap the screen like crazy. And Kathy, thank you. Listen. It's Wolf, right? It was Wolf something. Wolf inside. Yes. Thanks for the dinies. And Wendy, thank you so much. An enormous amount of tiny dinies. Thank you. All right, let's keep going. Thank you for the love, y'all. Oh, and it's Off the Grid Fridays. So, y'all, thehauntedSide.com. Go to it right now, thehauntedSide.com. You can find all kinds of ways to support the show directly. And right now, we got 3 of them. 4 of them. Jennifer, I see that. Thank you for the Venmo. That's 4. We're doing it, y'all. Come on. We're trying to get to 10. 6 more. Let's go.
Do like a casting out of an evil spirit. She would say that the body was supposed to die if they.
Jesus Christ. And she gets to make that call?
If the evil spirit left.
So in Charles' case, Ned's out and a new spirit's in.
Correct.
At some point, did Lori talk to you about some struggles with JJ?
CC, thank you. That's my whole goal. That's my whole goal, because I know some of this shit is disturbing as hell. So I try to make it a little easier to digest.
Yes.
What did she share with you about that?
She said that he was acting out more as far as the weekend that I was there in September, that he
Karen, good to see you on Rumble.
He was acting like he was possessed. He was one minute he would be upset, one minute she would say he was talking very intelligent, just a variety of different behaviors. She seemed troubled by it, that he had been taken over by evil spirit, that he was upsetting. I don't know. She just seemed kind of upset by it.
Now, to be very clear, Chad is not charged in connection with Charles' death, but only the deaths of the kids and Tammy. But
yeah, in Savage, me too.
You're hearing this testimony to really illustrate that these warped religious beliefs seemingly emanated from Chad, that there is a pattern here of people in the couple's way, dark spirits, zombies need to be eliminated. And there is a connection to Charles, too. Let's not forget, prosecutors assert Charles found out that Lori was having an affair with Chad and contacted or tried to contact Tammy Daybell to let her know. So it's all connected in this way. But again, the idea that JJ is possessed right before he's killed, carried away by Alex Cox, chilling.
Sickening to even think about.
Horrifying to think about. Now, let me end on this when we talk about horrifying moments in the trial of Chad Daybell. This is something incredibly unnerving. And it's this call that I'm about to play for you. Because on the day the kids' decomposed bodies were found in Chad's yard, Chad and Lori were talking.
Sarah, thank you.
On the phone. And it was recorded because Lori was locked up in jail at the time on charges of not producing her.
And Jackie, thank you.
Her kids. This was at the time that the kids were missing and we didn't know where they were. She hadn't been charged with murder yet. But just listen to this very odd exchange as police are searching Chad's property.
Hi, babe.
Hello.
Are you okay?
Oh, they're searching the property.
The house right now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are they seizing stuff again?
They're searching.
Man, you sound crazy as hell, Chad. They're searching. You
There's
sound a little worried too. If you don't know about what happened, why you worried?
the search warrants, and so well, I just did them as with the kids,
Okay.
and we'll see what transpires.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
We'll see what transpires.
What do you want me to do? Pray.
What?
What do you want me
Yeah,
to
pray. Pray. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What can I do for you?
Man, y'all are crazy as hell. You sound like you're talking about, like, I don't know, like something like the laundry wasn't folded. Oh, babe, I walked in and, well, you know, the laundry wasn't folded. And she's like, oh, babe, I'm sorry. You know, what do you want me to do? What? Y'all know what they're going to find. The fact that you're not freaking out is freaking me out. These people make me want to drink. Pissing me off. Sarah podcast now, right? Let's do it. Let's do it.
I'm feeling pretty calm. I would call Mark, though, Katie. I love you so much.
What the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
Emotional damage.
Every time I listen to that shit. My God.
You what?
I love you. Should I try to call you later?
No. He's going to be in jail.
I don't know.
And then didn't he get in his truck and flee? And they caught him down at the end of his road? Like, where the hell you going, bro? Where the hell are you going? You think you're going to get out of here? No.
I don't know. He can try. Yeah. I'll answer if I can.
No, he would.
If I can, why wouldn't you be able to, Chad? You worried about getting arrested for some reason? Thought you didn't know anything.
Be able to answer because
you'd be in fucking jail.
He would be arrested.
Sorry for dropping the F-bomb, y'all. TikTok overlords, calm down, okay? Look who we're talking about. AI robot people. Stop. Okay? Stop. But y'all hit me with some Tiny Diny so we can get some more people in here. Keep tapping the screen like crazy. Let's get 50,000 likes. Y'all, Tiny Diny it up. It's Tiny Diny Friday. Take a shot for us, Pat. Nikki, that's like a triple.
And when we talk horrifying, Lori knows what's going on here. And according to prosecutors, so does Chad. And that calm, eerie demeanor.
Exactly. See, that's true. The fact that they aren't freaking out is freaking me out. Yup.
Her kids are buried in the yard. Police are about to find this out. And there's this reaction. It is so twisted. And also, I will tell you, I think some of the worst evidence against Chad, because if he really had no role in the kids' killings.
To be fair, they both should be locked up for life just for the way they were talking to each other. Like that, like, all that shit. Nah, prison for life just for that. And on top of everything else, nope. Take him out.
To their disposal, that he didn't know what was going on, that arguably, and he's been putting the blame on Alex Cox as the one who buried the kids. Well, here's my take. Again, where is the surprise? Where is the outrage? What are police doing here? Lori, what is going on? No, we don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Get any of that. And to
imagine he didn't know. He'd be like, Rich, you did what? There's what on my property?
You what?
He'd be pissed. Somebody tells me that shit. Oh, by the way, I know I'm in prison and they're looking for my kids, but I buried them in your yard. I'm going to be like, the fuck? Ah! I'm about to rage flip my table screaming, what the hell are you talking about? And then I'm going straight out to the police and telling them what just happened. Hey, this crazy expletive just told me there's kids buried here. Not, oh no. I guess you could try to call me later. Chad, shut the hell up and burn in hell. They're going to put you down. Thank God.
Me. That is one of the most horrifying things in this entire trial.
I agree. Wholeheartedly. Gonna piss me off. Okay. That's the end of the first case. TikTok, stay right where you're at, but hit the follow button, tap the screen like crazy, and hit me with an enormous amount of tiny dinies, y'all. We need about 300 of them. If you enjoyed that one, hit me with some tiny dinies. YouTube and Rumble, I'm going to end this stream. YouTube, you get automatically pushed over to the next one. Rumble, just stay on the page and refresh. Give me about 4 or 5 minutes, and you should see the live stream. Make sure you leave a like. Love you guys. See you on the